Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Tarot Tuesday. And today we are talking about the twos, the terrible twos. Just jokes. That's your niece and your nephew or your children. Okay, we're talking about the twos today now. I have two cards, and I'll talk about the Two of Wands first because I have two different types of images. But the twos are cards generally about decisions and priorities. Okay, decisions and priorities are typically what the twos are about. I'll start out first with the wands. And you know, the wands are about fire, passion, inspiration, a lot of quick moving energy, taking action on the things that really resonate in your soul. These cards usually will fall heavily for people who are entrepreneurs or people who are kind of coming back into their sense of what they want to do and starting to feel alive again and moving forward in their life in major ways, okay, that really excite their soul. So the Two of Wands is a card typically where you'll see an individual here trying to decide which direction to go, okay. Here you see two rams duking it out, trying to figure out, they're dueling who's going to, or which direction is going to provide the best alternative. Over here it looks a little cloudy, over here, you know, but there's a lack of clarity here in this card, in this particular one. In this one, both paths kind of look good, right? You have the green over here with the heart chakra. Over here you have the crown chakra. You got this door open. You see the golden light at the end. This is where the creator has divine inspiration with the Ace of Wands and has many ideas and is now at the juncture of trying to decide which is the best way to go to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, to bring my heavenly aspirations into physical form, to manifest my soul's intentions. Which way do I go? So in this card, it really is about decisions. When you come to a point and you're looking out on the horizon and everything is bright, you're feeling 100 and you're at a space of deciding, do I want to go this way? I want to go this way. So it's about reflection. It's about meditating. It's about discerning which is the right path that's going to bring you closest to what will align with your intentions, whatever it is that you want to create. So this card is a wonderful card to see. Sometimes, depending upon the reading, it can represent having made a decision to move forward. Other times, it's a card that's saying it's time to take action. Oftentimes, when I see the Two of Wands come up, if a person is stagnating and they can't make a decision and they're not moving forward, it'll be upside down, showing that energy of movement is simply not there. Although you may sometimes be at a space of considering and reflecting and meditating on which way to go, this is always a card of action and movement and power. All right, so it's a very positive card. And as I said before, if the energy is upside down, it could mean any number of things. It can draw emphasis to the need to make a decision. It could mean that you're in a place of stagnation right now and your creative juices are not flowing. It could also mean sometimes when you show these cards upside down, what you may see sometimes can give you some even more clarity about a particular message, okay? So, you know, oftentimes the energy may be blocked in a reversal as well. But this is it's a good card to get because it really means you're at a crossroads, you're going to make a decision. And you're not at a crossroads where it hints at some major difficulty. You're at a crossroads because of action that has brought you there, inspiration that has brought you there, and you're hot and you're ready to take the leap and move down a certain path so that you can manifest and be the magician. This Two of Coins, or the Two of Wheels, or the Two of Pentacles card is a very interesting card. It looks different in different decks, but most of the time you will see someone trying to juggle. someone trying to balance because things are out of balance. Things are a little bit topsy-turvy. Things may be moving fast. They may be busy. They haven't been able to balance work and play. The multitude of things that are going on. Priorities may not have been set. There's a lack of structure in finances as well as in work and in balance. In health, it could represent the fact that you're doing too much. You need to let some things go. Otherwise, your health is going to take a turn for the worse, or perhaps it already is in a space where you're being challenged with some health concerns. And if you continue to go down this path and you don't bring some continuity to your life and slow down, you could end up having some issues. You could end up actually falling off this thing here and not being able to juggle. But usually, this card really represents being all over the place and needing to really focus and really needing to bring some balance, to make some serious decisions about what's going to be a priority in your life, and to take the time to stop all the motion and movement and juggling things and haphazardly approaching certain areas of your life, and get really grounded and solid and put both feet on the ground, okay? And clearly, if it's reversed, then it may mean you're coming out of a space where it's just been topsy-turvy and you've been hopping from one foot to the other, trying to maneuver this, trying to maneuver that, and you're coming into more stability. But again, depending on the other cards around it, it could mean you really are upside down and things are just really topsy-turvy and something's going to have to change immediately. And then we have the Two of Cups. Okay, we talk about decisions and priorities. The Two of Cups is all about making decisions to move forward in soul contracts and partnerships and things that are work harmoniously for you, that make you feel good, that give you emotional satisfaction, and that complement you. You see the red and the blue, right? Okay, so you have love here. You have things that bring you harmony. You have union within self and union with other people. And when I say soul contracts, I'm talking about relationships or souls that have come into your life to help teach you a lesson or to help guide you in a particular area of your life. Soulmate relationships are not always going to be the relationships that we are in for the duration of our lives. Soulmate relationships can last for a season. Oftentimes they are for a reason. These are the people that and the relationships that come into our lives with previous contracts to help us move forward in learning certain lessons, or to be support mechanisms for us as we move forward. Sometimes it can represent friendships between people who are kindred spirits who share special bonds. Oftentimes it can represent business partnerships and relationships. If you were doing a business partnership reading and this card came up, you would know that this is a person that you could trust. This is someone who's going to harmonize with your energy. They will be a perfect complement to whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. They will be able to move you forward, and it will be a very mutually beneficial relationship. There will be a lot of reciprocity. You'll be able to find common ground. The same would be true in a relationship reading. Now, for me, this card does not always mean, oftentimes it does not mean karmic. If I get a Six of Cups, sometimes that can be karmic. And if I get the Six of the major arcana, the Lovers card, oftentimes I can say that this is really like a twin flame / divine life partner kind of relationship. But this really is about the contracts that we go into. Oftentimes they are fated contracts, meaning they represent commitments that we have to have our destinies collide with certain people who will actually be partners with us on our journey forward. But this is an extremely, extremely positive card. If we're looking at health here, we're talking about a movement into a better health situation, one where, body, mind, and spirit are all on the same page and are healing. Things are looking up. If you're talking about career and finances, you're talking about a job that is going to give you a sense of emotional fulfillment, that will be fair, that will help harmonize your life and not throw you out of balance and create unnecessary stresses. This is the card that says to you it's a good match, okay? And then finally, we have this last card, which is the Two of Swords card. And we talk about decisions and priorities. This card can mean a lot of different things depending upon what the picture looks like and what your eye is drawn to. If you look at this, this particular picture, he looks like he's in deep thought in this particular picture. You don't see the blindfold that you'll see in some other instances whereby a person refuses to see something in some cases, or they refuse to allow anything to stand in the way. They refuse to allow anything around them to stand in the way of them moving forward towards their goal. Sometimes when you see that Two of Swords, but this often is a card of conflict, and it often inner conflict, a conflict between the heart and the mind, okay, or the heart and the spirit. The mind wants to do one thing, the spirit or the heart or the intuition is aware of something else, and so they toggle back and forth because the mind wants to do what it wants to do and it wants to ignore the heart. But because the heart is such a powerful spiritual organ, the heart is a force to be reckoned with, so the person still can't move forward. Things have come to a complete stop and there is no movement. And oftentimes it is a conflict because the person is not aligned and they're refusing to see the truth of a situation. They really feel like they can't move forward, but oftentimes they can. But what is holding them back is they are unable to, without bias, differentiate truth from falsehood. And when I say without bias, what I mean is it can be a subconsciously willful intent not to see things the way they are because they want to stay in something that they need to leave, or they prefer to not have to make a decision, when really the path forward oftentimes is pretty clear once they start flushing things out and really getting into how they really feel and seeking not to rationalize things anymore. So this is a card oftentimes that can represent mental confusion, stagnation, and inability to move forward, having decisions that have to be made and weighing options, and in the weighing of options coming almost to a complete standstill. Very interesting card here because it's a Swords card. It's of the mind, okay? It's of the mind. Our cups deal with heart matters and emotional fulfillment. This deals with work life, family life, the things that we do in the earthly realm. And then, of course, of Wands deal with our passions, desires, and our ability to manifest the things that we want to manifest in the world. So hopefully you are clear on what the twos represent. And I'll see you next time for Tarot Tuesdays. Have a beautiful day.